Joining us today on MSUEagles.com, the head women's basketball coach at Morehead State, Tom Hodges. And Tom, always great to catch up with you. We're here today in Nashville for the annual Ohio Valley Conference Basketball Media Day, and I would assume an opportunity to see some old friends and meet some new ones.
Absolutely, Matt. It's a great time of year. This event always kind of triggers in my mind that basketball season is certainly upon us. With all the practices and the preseason and the upcoming exhibition games, this is an event that has always kind of been the indicator that basketball season is just around the corner.
The NCAA changed its rules a little bit this year and allowed you guys to start true practices in late September. Has that been helpful to your group as you try to work in some of these newcomers to the program?
Well, it was good. This is actually the third year for the women that we've been able to do that, and talking with Sean is the first year for the men that they've been able to practice early. It's great. I think the bigger piece of it, Matt, is we had summer access. We got to work with our young ladies in June and July, so we got to see a great amount of carryover from June and July to our preseason, and then we're able to start October 1st to our regular practices. So at some point every month this year, we've been able to work with our young ladies, which has been paramount in our advancement and ultimately our success.
Tell us at this point in the preseason maybe one thing you like about your team and one area you'd like to continue to improve as you head into that first exhibition and then the regular season.
Well, this is the first veteran team that we've had, Matt. My first year here, we had one senior. My second year here, we had two seniors. Last year, we had no seniors. This year, we have 4 seniors and 5 juniors on our roster. It's very exciting to have a veteran team, a team that knows what you want, knows what practice is going to be like, what the flow is going to be like, what our program is about. So that's very exciting for me. And within that veteran leadership, they're very talented young ladies that have seen a lot of Division I minutes, a lot of OVC minutes in that group. Something we'd have to work on, I think, is just our physicality. We have a lot of skilled players. The more physical we can be without fouling with the NCAA's new guidelines, or not necessarily new guidelines, new emphasis on the refereeing portion. But we've still got to be physical rebounders. We've got to be physical defenders. We've got to be physical offensive players, being able to score at the rim much better this year.
You've got 2 guards coming back in Therese Robinson and Almisha Jones, who have received some preseason accolades. Just talk to the viewers out there about what you expect from those 2 and the importance of their production for the success to your overall team.
Well, they're an all OVC backcourt. I'm certainly proud to be their coach, and so thankful that we're starting the season with those 2 young ladies. You know, Therese averaged around 18 points, Almisha with 12. So to start with a backcourt like that, with 2 dominant ball handlers and young ladies that can score the basketball, can distribute the basketball, really is a great starting piece for us as we embark on this year. They've earned it. Therese has put in the time. Almisha has put in the time. And right now I think they're playing the best that they ever have since I've been with them, Therese being a senior and Almisha being a junior. So very excited to watch their success and watch their journey this year.
Tom Hodges, the head women's basketball coach, with us today on MSUEagles.com. And Tom, you've laid out a really challenging non-conference schedule. I think that's been the case each year that you've been at Morehead State, but just kind of hit a couple highlights there and how that challenging non-conference slate will help for OVC play.
Well, scheduling is such a big piece of your overall team success. I think when you talk about team success, Matt, you've got to first assemble the most talented roster that you can with the highest character young ladies that you can, and then put together a schedule that you can compete night in and night out with. We've put together a schedule this year. We probably spent more time doing that this year than we had previously done in the 3 years leading up to this. But we've got some great non-conference home games, very attractive for our fans, very attractive for a casual fan that's never been to a women's basketball game to come see an Indiana, come see a George Mason at home. It's very exciting for us to be able to host those type of teams in Johnson Arena. And then we have some regional rivalries at Marshall, at Cincinnati, at Western Kentucky. Some games that our fans hopefully will come out and support the Eagles and be in blue and gold and cheering as loud as they can.
This is your 4th season leading the women's basketball program at Morehead State. I've heard you say consistently in your preseason remarks each year that you think the Ohio Valley Conference in women's basketball continues to get better. Just kind of expand on that and what fans can expect from the league here in 2013-14.
Well, I think so, Matt. Last year, the league was so veteran. It seemed like every scouting report we got or every arena we went into, we were facing 4 and 5 senior starters. And that's a testament to our coaches and their belief and their building of a program. Exactly what we're doing at Morehead State. You know, this is kind of our year to do that. I think there are a lot of questions from a lot of different areas, but the recruiting and the talent level in the OVC is at an unbelievably high pace. Recruiting on every campus in every OVC institution is better than it's ever been that I can remember in my 14-year history with the league, dating back to my days at Tennessee Tech. So it's very exciting. We have great coaches in our league. Every night you're going to be challenged by a veteran coach that has been on the sideline for an extended period of time. And so it's a great league to be a part of. It's a great basketball league, both on the women's and the men's side.
You've got a new coaching staff, 4 new assistants working with you this year, different backgrounds. Mark Kost, your top assistant, has been a longtime Division I head coach, and then you've got some younger staff members who have played Division I, and hopefully they can help kind of relate to the kids from a younger coaching perspective.
Yeah, very excited about our staff, and they have assimilated into our team almost seamlessly, Matt. We talked about Mark, who's been at Coastal Carolina, worked for one of the true legends in the game of basketball, both on the men's and the women's side, in Alan LaForce. So Mark brings a great perspective for us. And then you've got 2 young ladies with extensive playing experience, and then Sarah Jones with some coaching experience as well at Villanova, which is very important to us, being that's an offensive system that we mirror. And then Chelsea Lyman, a young lady that I recruited and coached at Middle Tennessee State, was an outstanding 4-year starter at the point on 3 NCAA tournament teams there for us. She's been leaps and bounds better than I could have ever imagined her getting her first start in coaching. She relates so well to our players and carries a confidence about her. The same confidence she had on the court, she carries with her in the coaching aspect. It's very exciting to have. And then the last piece is Matt Schiff, who worked at Rutgers last year. Think about this, Matt. At Rutgers, they had 11 McDonald's All-Americans on their roster.
Wow.
At Rutgers last year. So he's worked with a lot of talented young ladies over the past several years, and Matt's done a great job stepping in and taking over that operations role and really being a big help to me.
Tom, I wanted to ask you finally kind of about the emphasis on the well-rounded student-athlete. I know where you and your coaches are in the business of winning games and building a successful women's basketball program, but lots of really good stuff going on with your young ladies in terms of academics and community service and just overall character, if you could speak to those areas.
Well, Matt, 18 months ago, my wife and I were so privileged to have our first child, and I didn't really appreciate this next statement as much as I do now 18 months ago, but our players are our babysitters. We trust our players implicitly with our 18-month-old son, Cooper. So that to me is the biggest indicator of what I think about our young ladies. We've got a 100% graduation rate since I've been there. All 4 of our seniors are on pace to graduate. 2 of them could have already graduated. They have more hours than they need for their degree. We're very excited. Morehead State's a great place to go to school. I say this a lot. Therese Robinson's life got changed at Morehead State. She came in, young lady from Miami, the Miami, Florida area, had a difficult path to get here, but through the administration and the chain of command and just all the people in place to help students, and being at such a student-driven university that Morehead State is, it changed her life, and she's going to become a top professional. She's going to have a chance to play professional basketball next season. She's going to get her degree in criminology and become a police officer. Just very excited about the character of people that Morehead State churns out, and the character that is demanded on our campus, and that is something that until you've been there, it's hard to express that type of that type of feeling and exuberance that we have about Morehead State University.
Very well said, Tom. We appreciate your time today. Best of luck with the upcoming season.
Thanks, Matt.